heart. When will you learn you are the eyes of the world and there's nowhere else to turn, nowhere else to turn. But you go up and down, but you go up and down, but you go up and down, my foolish heart. But you go up and down, but you go up and down, but you go up and down, my foolish heart, my foolish heart, my foolish heart.
Hi everyone, I just want to talk a bit about the impossibility of objectivity. And I know that empirical science is entirely based on being objective and seeing things objectively, and morality, we try and be objective as well. But I just want to discuss the impossibility of objectivity. I just read another article, one of many articles coming out now from Harvard University. Now they're even getting articles on Fox News and on the mainstream media about quantum physics and quantum mechanics, and how science is starting to take in the perceiver into consideration when analyzing anything. I would like to expand that and say that objectivity is impossible ever, when dealing with a lover or with a fight or with anything really. You cannot possibly see reality from someone else's point of view. This raises important implications, because if we cannot ever see reality from anyone else's point of view, how can we then call them guilty or even wrong? If someone grows up being raped by her uncle and she ends up killing a man out of rage when she's older, very subjective. Who can objectively say she's right or wrong? No one can. What we are living in is a perception freezing of all the infinite universes, that as soon as you're aware, you lock yourself into one. And it is a bit of a trap. Some people call this 3D universe a school. Some people call it a prison. I call it a playground. It's a lot more fun that way. Objectivity, impossible. Everything is subjective. Do not attempt to judge other people, because you do not know their particular reality bubble. If everything is consciousness, then they are merely another snapshot, another angle onto the stage than you are. So here's reality. They're here. You're here. You're seeing it differently. You cannot ever be objective. I hope I've made that clear. Anyway, what else should we talk about? My name's Charlie. I'm from the Love Police. I'm now wearing yellow and green in honor of my Brazilian ancestry, because nationalism is very important. In this illusion, it just so happens that for some reason children are getting raped, countries are being invaded, civil rights are being taken away and stripped from us. And what are we to do? I like to think, and I actually heard this from another presentation by a guy called Osho, that you right there are the first ever consciousness that ever existed. If perception and reality is just an illusion that's projected from your mind, and you see the kind of reverberations, the resonance of what you think in the outside world, it might be the case that you are God. And not even me sitting right here is just an illusion. I am you telling you that you are you. And every time you go to a church or a mosque or a synagogue, you're actually praying to yourself. But they don't want you to know that, and I'll tell you why they don't want you to know that. Because religion is built as any hierarchy, pyramid structure, really, with the little elites at the top. They don't want you to know that you're God, because then you won't be going to church anymore. You'd just be sitting on a white sanded beach drinking pina coladas if you realized you were God. Actually, what would I do if I realized I was God? I'd probably do what I do now anyway. I really feel this rage that I want to use against bad people. And I could be wrong, but you don't know that I'm wrong, because everything's subjective. So subjectively, I'm right, and you can have your opinion. So where am I going with this? I just want to say I've had evidence in my personal life that, you know, perception does affect reality. If I go out in a good mood and I want good things to happen, they tend to happen. And I've had a few mind-blowing instances in the recent past where I feel that I've actually made reality the way I wanted it to be, just by fucking thinking about it hard enough, but not actually thinking about it too hard. Such is the irony involved.